The last week of Retro Stars is here, and it's not getting any better. Hey guys, FinallyHeSleeps here, back again with another FC Mobile video. Okay, so at this point, the game is collapsing, and they're like hammering the last few nails in the coffin. Right now, everybody's putting all of their eggs into this single basket that is the season reset, which isn't a reset at all. It's just the welcoming of FC 25 on console with some rebranding, gameplay update, which nobody gives a shit about, seriously, and some supposedly new content in the game. But as of right now, they just released that Heroes and Mystery Signings, which are two pieces of base content. They're not fantastic, but they're at least something in the game as base content, are done this week, along with the introduction of the big anniversary event, next week when this thing comes. And it says that there's new events coming. Yeah, it's a rehash. That's what we're getting. So unless this anniversary thing that is coming ends up being something spectacular, yet again, they're just taking more base content away and further watering down the game. At this point, it's barely FC Mobile. And if you watched the last video and started to read through the comments, it's the sentiment that is across the community right now. It's the same thing, that they have killed the game because of three things. Number one, the events are god-awful. Number two, there's no base content. And three, they're so lazy with this stuff that every time anything comes out, it's just constant bugs. We've completed the entire fourth level of chapter, yet we still are stuck with this complete level 4. The challenge isn't open. It's something that they will probably fix relatively quickly, but it's just, again, it's another problem that we have to deal with because they're just so lazy when it comes to completing these things. And that's not the only one. People aren't able to claim the main player in the event because of certain things that are going on. I'm getting reports as of last night and this morning that people who have gone through here and completed all 4 levels without having a mistake are unable to claim this second in one go premium token. Now, it doesn't account on my account because I autoplayed the living shit out of this. I didn't give one bit of concern with this, and there were multiple times that I ended up using the tokens. But it seems to be that people are saying that if they completed everything in one go but didn't collect all the tokens along the way, that second premium logo isn't opening up for people. And my answer to this is, what do you expect? And worse yet, because we've had things like this daily match that gives out premium logos, we have the rewards here with this tab where you can come in and get premium logos here as well. There's really no big deal to these premium logos anymore. They just bit their own hand. It's bad enough that they took away our legacy component to the game so that logos and emotes and everything don't carry over. They didn't carry over from FIFA Mobile. They didn't carry over from the last season of FIFA Mobile to the next season of FIFA Mobile. So it's not about shifting the games. It's just they lost all this stuff. We lost everything moving forward. We lost legacy teams and the works. And now we've got events that are boring, easy, auto-playable, free to play, and they're giving you all the stuff that everybody else paid for. So if you're a person who buys the Star Pass and buys the event passes and everything so that you could have something that nobody else does, EA just basically shit in your Cheerios and said, hey, we're going to give it to everybody. So if you didn't get this reward, either because you're like me, you didn't give a shit and just auto-played, or you worked hard but you didn't claim all the tokens, or for whatever reason you didn't get the credit, honestly, they'll probably end up giving to you down the road anyway because they don't really understand why we play the game. And then, just to make things even worse, We're looking at exchanges. This is a problem that has been going on forever. It feels like it's been months. I mean, it's not an exaggeration. This has been going on for months. They took away the ability to come in here and filter what you're doing. So here you have to have 450 points. So if you're starting out with an 80, if you put an 80 in, you're 10 behind on the 450 if you're basing it off of 90s. So 180 puts you in, you got to put 94s in for everything else. But yet they still start this at 80. And if you have 1,200 players like everybody does, because the only thing you can do in this game is deal with untradables and the exchanges, there's no use for any of this. We don't use it for anything. Then you have to scroll through all this shit to get to something that you're going to use to claim the Mascherano. We have been doing this weekly for months. All they need to do is at least adjust it to where it starts at, let's say, 85, or better yet, put a filter back in here so that we can search for what we want to be able to get it. Otherwise, we're sitting here constantly scrolling and scrolling and scrolling every single time this comes back up. And it's not a fast scroll. It is slow as hell. This is part of the continued complaints we all have with this game. If they can't get something like this right over the course of 3 months and fix it so that something can be done a little bit easier, then why are we going to consider this new version of the game that's coming out pretty soon being any better than what we have now? So let's go ahead and do it. We'll throw a couple of Ronaldos in because nobody gives a shit about Ronaldo. And let's put in, do we have any 86? Do we have any untradables at this point? Because I think now at least all of these exchanges have allowed us to get rid of all these untradables. We're 5 short. Let's go a 92. But we have to scroll all the way back up to get to it. 93. There we go. 452. Good enough for me. Come on, EA. Simple stuff. And we're at our limit. We're done. We're tired of this point of where we ask for things. We're not asking for much. We're just asking for the tiny bit of consideration to do more than just add more ads, more pop-ups, more ways to steal money from the players, and actually give us a reason to continue to play your game. Because as of right now, there's very little reason to continue to play this game.